Hello, welcome my beautiful ladies to another one of my Tracy's Total Wellness, as I like to call it, masterclass. And today I have my amazing friend and colleague, Chonteau, who I like to coin the spiritual master of the program. And Chonteau is an amazing woman. The second I met her, I knew I was going to be called to work with her in some form. Chonteau creates sacred spaces for mostly women to tap into their inner wisdom so they can live more authentically and with self-compassion. I love that. She works with others, helping them to uncover and heal their shadow patterns, ancestral wounds, and past life traumas, thus creating a sense of freedom. She's also a founder of Soul Care University, a healing, empowerment, and online learning center. So Chonteau, welcome to the call. I just want to thank you for being here. You call yourself so many things, and I love to just call you a wisdom healer. But
that's sweet. I love that. Thank you for having me. I love that.
To encompass a little bit of everything, but I brought you on because I found you truly do have this masterful technique when it comes to the realm of spirit. And since you are in the pillar of spirituality in my stress reset program, I wanted to ask you, why is it so important that we take care of ourselves in the realm of spirituality and spiritual well-being?
That is a lovely question, and I love your stress reset. It's just been an amazing thing to kind of watch unfold. And so for me, spirituality supports stress management. I often say I can't ever get rid of stress because stress is just a part of our lives. For me, it's really about learning to manage and work through and walk through. And when we tap into our spirituality, our divinity, our divine self, however spirituality shows up for you, that's the tapping into your spirit. When we do that, then stress becomes more manageable. Coping skills show up that weren't there before. And there's a greater sense of just well-being, which means the resiliency of our emotions are just better. We can move through hard times, difficult times, stressful times with more gentleness and ease. And so that's kind of where I see how spirituality really supports our stress. Yeah.
I love that. And you had mentioned, and I mentioned obviously in that the introduction I gave you that you sent me was the past lives, trauma, ancestral wounds. I heard Tony Robbins say once that some people can have soul trauma, and if that's a soul wound, a spiritual wound can be for some people a lot more difficult to deal with than, say, a physical knot in their shoulder. I wondered if, and that to me seems like that's linked to stress and so much going on. Have you had experience with people that have had these deep wounds of the spirit, and maybe what came from those experiences with your clients?
Yes, I have, myself and also my clients. So when we have these soul wounds or spirit wounds that go unresolved, they show up in our body. They show up as pain. They show up as dis-ease. They show up as a number of ways in which just a lot of discomfort shows up. It also shows up in our emotional body. It shows up in our interaction with people through irritability and the inability to manage our life. And so absolutely the inability to heal one's ancestral line can bring about a lot of grief in our lives. And that grief again shows up in asthma, it shows up in kidney issues, it shows up in a number of different ways. And so the spirituality, again, for me, my doorway to spirituality was meditation. It was my way to start tapping in to what's behind my eyes, that world behind my eyes. And through that, I was able to tap into not just get this euphoric feeling, but to begin to work through my emotional wounds, begin to see, oh, wow, I'm really holding on to mom stuff and grandma stuff, and maybe even stuff that I didn't even know that I brought in with me from some other strand. So that's when we kind of get into past lives. But yes, they show up in the body, and they show up as aches and pains. And we also get into a pattern where we have this consistent aching and paining that doesn't seem to go away. No matter what we do, we kind of deal with it physically. We might even deal with it emotionally. But if we haven't dealt with it spiritually, then it just reoccurs.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
My computer is dinging at me in agreement.
I love that. I love the noisemakers.
Yay!
At just the right time.
Yeah, and that is why I had the reset move from, time, preparation, then into body, and into mind, into emotions, and then into the spirit. So for people that are extremely disconnected, they can find those different stepping stones to reconnect. But I think what you're saying is extremely true, and I've witnessed it in my own massage and yoga practices, where I'll be working out a knot, and I can sometimes tell if it's a physical knot, an emotional knot, and if it's a deep-seated spiritual issue going on in the body. And I can really feel that, and to help people to become aware of all these different styles of wounds and what we hold on to.
Yes.
And it can be extremely powerful for them. And then to have support systems like us to help them to move through it, let it go, so they can make more room for their true selves. So in that, everything we've just said in relationship to that, can you share with the ladies your free gift that we're going to be offering them on the program that can really help them to tap in to their spirituality?
Yes.
And so that free gift, if you wouldn't mind sharing the gift and what the women can expect.
Yes, and I lost you there for a minute, so was a little lag. I don't know if I kind of got frozen. But yes, the free gift that I wanted to share it is about connecting into the natural rhythms and cycles. And through connecting into our natural rhythms and cycles, we can begin to de-stress a little bit, because we are following we're aligning ourselves with nature's laws. And we're opening to our spirituality through nature. So I really wanted to share how to connect with the moon and the moon cycles. And I wanted to share how to look at a day as the seasons, and how you can use just the natural cycles of daylight, midday, nighttime, how you can really use those and support your movement through life. And thus, developing some new coping skills, and really tapping in and aligning with a more natural way of moving through life.
That's amazing.
And that helps our stress.
Well, we can use Mother Nature to support us.
Yes.
It's powerful.
Yeah. You might be surprised. People might be surprised that when they're aligned to the clock, and when they're aligned to just their job or kind of these man-made things, that they can be stuck in a stress pattern. And when they align more with nature, then their body begins to become more attuned, more flexible, more vivacious, more delicious, as I like to say. It just becomes just so juicy, and you just begin to oh yeah, okay, I can just kind of flow. When your cycle of downtime is, and you don't try to push beyond your downtime. When it's time for you to expand and really get out there, and you don't push against that. You go with it and use nature as your guide.
That's amazing. Nature has its own inner knowing that is never disconnected from, so we can use nature to reconnect to our own inner knowing. I really love that.
Yes.
And this is coming in a webinar format, correct? Are you going to be doing a webinar?
It is.
Okay.
Yep. It's coming in a webinar, so people will be able to listen to it, download it, and just kind of relax and not stress.
Amazing. I think this is going to be an amazing gift. and it's going to help people to all these gifts and all my masters I brought in. I wanted everyone to see that resetting all of these things is not, it can be simple, it can be easy, it doesn't have to be daunting. And a lot of times we make things up in our minds to be difficult, when if we just let go of the expectation and assumption, everything can just really flow and be easy. So it's perfect that your gift is going to show people that, and that can help them with other areas of their life. If maybe they're an emotional eater, or maybe they're trying to lose weight, or they have some health issues, to bring back in that rhythm of Mother Nature and that level of ease to support.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Chonteau.
You are welcome. You're so welcome.
Just truly grateful to getting to know you, and that you're a part of this journey to help support all these women, and that I'm really grateful to see how our relationship just prospers from here.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Truly grateful for your wisdom.
Thank you.
All right, my ladies, so if you haven't joined our Stress Reset program yet, please feel free to join us. It's going to be an amazing journey. And Chonteau's gift, like everyone else's, will be offered periodically throughout the program, so that when I'm intuitively feeling it's time to dive a little deeper into the spirit, you'll be able to use Chonteau, the master of the spirit, to go a little deeper. I look forward to having everyone on the Stress Reset program starting in January. And again, thank you, Chonteau.
You are so welcome. My heart goes out to you and just all that you're doing. It's amazing to watch.
Thank you.
And to be a part of. So thanks.
Thank you. And until we see each other again next time, ladies, be well.